When we talk about an art collaboration, we usually think of 2, maybe 3 artists coming together. But today, our Im Yoon-hee joins us with a collaboration that involves many different artists. Good afternoon, Yoon-hee.
Good afternoon. So they're calling it a collaboration, but my opinion, it's really they've created something entirely new. Now, the project is called the Skywalk Project, and it involves the participation of many different types of artists. And they've all come together to give their own take on what it means to go between conformance and traversal. So take a look.
Hold that pose, work that dress. But wait, those don't look like any ordinary high-fashion pieces. That's because they're hanboks, beautiful traditional Korean dresses with billows of rich fabric. And the models behind the outfits? They're ballerinas, offering a unique collaboration between the traditional and the contemporary. Photographer Park Se-joon is one of Korea's foremost fashion photographers. But this time, he's taking a different approach, as this is a rather different project. Between conformance and traversal, this photographer has captured something new.
I didn't give any direction to the models. I told them to wear the clothes and express how they felt about it and in it. So they might have loved it and conformed to it, or hated it, or gone back and forth, but it's their genuine expressions I wanted to capture. For the sake of the authenticity of the entire project, we didn't do any touch-ups at all either. You can see the flaws and even bruises on the models' bodies. But this is what proves who they are while wearing these clothes. And so through this, people can see the space between conformance and traversal.
These collaborations captured on a screen are being prepared to be displayed at the Ghana Art Gallery. The various different angles of the beautiful hanboks and the dancers to be spread across the walls. Even the lighting and the tone is experimented with in order to prepare for the expansion of the collaboration as the other members of the event begin to arrive. The musicians head into a test run, but they too run into a surprise, and they discover that a gallery offers a rather unusual music experience. As note after note continually ricochets unpredictably off each nearby wall. The gallery comes alive, full of expression, creating a raw space between conformance and traversal, where everyone involved encounters the new and the unfamiliar.
The director of the National Theatre of Korea is usually working on a big stage, but this time it's a small gallery. Also, people don't usually want to give money to watch a performance of the dancers' backs. These are all examples of what we want to show people. We want artists to come with their own questions, pains, and unresolved problems, and when these ideas are given to the audience, they'll either conform or transverse, but in the end, they will be that interaction between everyone and everything, which is what we want to show people.
Sometimes it just takes a little getting used to, but the cast is willing to take that risk of showing people something they might not like, or something they might love. The void between conformance and traversal is wide, like an empty stage, waiting to be filled, and who or what will fill it is entirely unknown.
So you weren't kidding when you said there is going to be more than 3 artists together. It's basically everybody, really.
Artists involved.
So it is safe to say that this is a new type of performance.
Right, with really a star-studded cast and a behind-the-scenes cast as well. So it's a home run lineup for this particular project. And so they're actually starting from the photographer to the musicians to the dancers. All of them are from the tops in their fields, and they're all coming together to put this project together. And they were joking when I was there. They were saying, how is someone going to one-up this? And it's definitely a question you need to ask, because there are so many of the legends in their fields coming together to do this.
And about the performance, so what we saw in the report was a rehearsal, and the actual performance is going to be this weekend you said.
Starting
right?
this weekend. So
Okay,
starting this Saturday,
weekend.
they are offering the performances there at the gallery as well. And they'll also be showing some pictures as well. But you could also see the dancer, ballerina Kim Ju-won, who was featured in the magazine, the photo shoot, as well. She is actually part of this photo shoot, but they're going to be giving away some of these beautiful works there as well. So if you go there, you may be a lucky few to receive
for free
one of these. Yes, and so if you go there, it's really an interesting take to the hanbok, and so they're not your traditional artworks, and so you really get a sense, an artistic sense as well of this sort of. He said he wants to explore another side to, I guess, the hanbok, into the traditional and the fusion. But this performance, they're offering 9 total performances of different types of performances, featuring some top artists as well. And so they're actually going to be offering director of the National Theatre of Korea, director Won-il. He's very well known for his fusion works. He will be there as well. So perfect fit for this project.
So this is going to be at the Ghana Art Center.
Exactly. You can start checking it out this weekend.
Okay, thank you very much, Uni, for this delightful report today.
It was always a pleasure.